What's the most painful thing you were wrongfully accused of? When I was teaching 6th grade science, a student's project mysteriously disappeared the night before the science fair, and everyone blamed me for sabotaging it because I was jealous of a 12-year-old. My student Thomas was brilliant when it came to science. While other kids made baking soda volcanoes, he designed a working solar-powered water filtration system. He'd spend lunch breaks showing me his sketches and explaining how contaminated water would pass through different layers of natural materials. His eyes would light up talking about bringing clean water to communities that needed it. The day before the science fair, Thomas stayed late perfecting his display. I helped him arrange his poster boards and test the system one last time. Everything worked perfectly. He was so excited he could barely sleep, texting his mom updates about double-checking his presentation. But when we arrived the next morning, Thomas's entire project was gone. The table was empty. He broke down crying while I searched everywhere. Then I found pieces of his project in the dumpster behind the school. The filter system smashed, posters ripped up, months of work destroyed. Principal Wallace called me into his office. A parent had seen me suspiciously carrying boxes to my car the night before. Someone else claimed they heard me tell another teacher that Thomas's project would overshadow the real science fair entries. Wallace said multiple sources suggested I was threatened by a student outshining me. I was stunned. I tried explaining I'd stayed late helping Thomas set up, that the boxes were just old assignments I was taking home to grade. But Wallace had made up his mind. He suspended me pending investigation and banned me from the science fair. News spread fast. Parents demanded I be fired. Students whispered about the jealous teacher who ruined a kid's dreams. Even my colleagues avoided eye contact in the halls. Thomas's mom posted on Facebook about the bitter, failed scientist who destroyed her son's hard work out of spite. Only Thomas seemed unsure. Ms. Parker helped me every step of the way, he kept saying. She taught me about water filtration in the first place. But no one listened to a 12-year-old defending the teacher everyone had decided was guilty. I was devastated. Teaching science was my life. I'd spent 15 years inspiring kids to explore and experiment. Now I was being painted as someone who'd crush a child's passion out of petty jealousy. Then Nancy, our ancient janitor, shuffled into Wallace's office clutching a USB drive. "Check the security cameras," she said. "I saw something last night but was scared to come forward with just my word." The footage showed Bradley Thompson, our PE teacher, destroying Thomas's project at 9 p.m. He was furious that the school had cut PE funding to expand the science program. Wallace's face went white. He'd approved that budget change himself. But that wasn't all. The video showed Bradley planting evidence in my classroom. Notes in my handwriting he'd forged, photos he'd staged. He'd orchestrated the whole thing to frame me and undermine the science department. When confronted, Bradley broke down and confessed everything. He'd spread rumors to parents, fabricated witness statements, even paid students to lie about things I'd supposedly said, all because he blamed science nerds for stealing his funding. Wallace called an emergency assembly. In front of the whole school, he apologized for jumping to conclusions without evidence, ironically the opposite of scientific thinking. Bradley was fired and escorted out by security, ranting about revenge of the nerds as he left. Thomas rebuilt his project in time for the state science fair. He won first place and a $10,000 scholarship. The local news did a story about his triumph over sabotage, featuring interviews with students about how I'd inspired their love of science. But the best part? Thomas used his scholarship money to develop an even better water filtration system. He's now studying environmental engineering and recently texted me a photo. His college project is bringing clean water to rural communities, just like he'd dreamed about in 6th grade.